If he can't, however, they have the best pair of tight ends in the Ivy League in Kyle Juszczyk and Cam Brate. It's really the Ivy League's version of the New England Patriots with Gronkowski and Hernandez. Brate is longer, leaner, a little bit more athletic. Juszczyk is more versatile and more physical, but as you can see, they both can put up some big-time numbers.
7 touchdown receptions each last year, and they each had a touchdown a week ago. Brown also opened last week on the road against Holy Cross. It came from behind to win in the first start for quarterback Patrick Donnelly.
I love stories like this because Patrick Donnelly really had to wait his turn to get this opportunity to be next in the long line of Brown signal callers. He's a great athlete, plays on the basketball team, and showed his teammates a lot by leading them to those 2 fourth-quarter scoring drives last week. He mainly did it by giving the ball to Spiro Theodosi. And speaking of great stories, how about this guy? He has not been in uniform since 2009 before last week's game, tore one ACL in 2010, tore the other ACL in 2011. He told me before the game he thought about not playing, but he didn't want to miss this. He wanted one more opportunity at Harvard.
Theo is the excitable type, and you know he is fired up right now for the Harvard Crimson. Brown has beaten Harvard the last 2 times they've gotten him here at Brown Stadium. Kickoff after this. All the way into the end zone for the touchdown, and Harvard has taken the lead. Intercepted by Brown.
That's Brown football right there.
A new way to plan. A new way to work.
Just shoot for the stars if it feels right.
A new way to create.
If you feel like take me by the tongue and I
Note the new way. Samsung Galaxy Note 10.1.
Shave and accurate edging with the Gillette Fusion Pro Glide Styler. Fusion Pro Glide Styler, used with Gillette's most advanced blades.
If you had a choice between going bald and a full head of hair, which would you choose? Advances in medical science have resulted in the world's first and only permanent solution to hair loss.
yes.
You wash it, you cut it. It's your own real, naturally growing hair. When it comes to hair restoration, no one in the world has more experience than Bosley. The results look completely natural and are affordable on nearly any budget. But the entire process can't be explained in 60 brief seconds. So to find out more about this clinically proven and permanent solution to hair loss, call now to receive your free no-obligation information kit. It'll answer all of your questions about hair loss and hair restoration. Plus, we'll also send you this $250 gift certificate just for calling. Every day you wait, you're losing more hair. So don't put it off any longer. You owe it to yourself to find out the facts. Choose hair. Choose Bosley.
Call 1-800-505-6318. That's 1-800-505-6318.
Watching sports on Xfinity from Comcast is like having a front row seat to the biggest moments. You get every touchdown from every game Sunday afternoons on NFL Red Zone. The best of college football with ESPN Goal Line. And now you can take the action wherever you go with the Watch ESPN app. This is sports on Xfinity. This is awesome. Sign up for the sports entertainment package to get all this and more for just $4.95 more a month for 6 months. Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Call today.
Almost ready for the kickoff at Brown Stadium. Harvard Brown. Talk about your perfect football weather. 70 degrees, not a cloud in the sky for this 112th meeting of the teams. Harvard leading the series with 79 victories. Now for the third member of our broadcast team, Carolyn Mano. She's down with Brown head coach Phil Estes.
Coach, this game always seems to set the tone for the rest of the season. What has your message been to your guys this week about this game?
Let it be about us. Play 60 minutes of Brown Bear football. and it'll all take care of itself at the end.
Your leading rusher, Mark Kachmer, coming into the season on the sidelines today. How will that affect what you do offensively?
Well, I mean, we still have some other weapons in Spiro Theodosi, but I think where it may hurt a little bit is in our return game. Mark's an outstanding returner in our kicking game, and we may miss him. We'll find out. This is a chance for someone else to step up.
They have a hurry-up offense. You guys have a very multiple and aggressive defense. How do you think that will change what you guys are trying to do with the quickness that they bring on the offensive end?
Well, I just think that we got to keep their running back in check, and I think we got to put some pressure on the quarterback. And at the same time, we got to contain their two tight ends. They're outstanding. They're well coached, and again, we just got to play and do our job.
Coach, go get some. We'll talk to you at half. Randy?
When Estes came to Brown in 1998, the Brown Bears had won one Ivy League title in 42 years. In his 14 years here, Estes has 3 Ivy League titles, although not so well against Harvard. On the other end of the field, Tim Murphy, the head coach for Harvard, Ross, is the all-time winningest Harvard coach.
Well, he's done a fantastic job ever since I can remember when he was recruiting me all the way back in 1997, right before he got that Ivy League title. Every 4-year member of Harvard's squad has both graduated and won an Ivy League title ring. Extremely impressive.
6 Ivy League titles and counting for Tim Murphy, beginning his 19th season. All right, the coin toss. Brown will be receiving in their home Brown. Harvard in the road white. This is, believe it or not, being billed as a night game. It is a 4:30 p.m. kickoff. 4 banks of portable lights are on right now as we speak. It was very important for Brown to have this as a night game. They would have preferred, Ross, that it take place at 6 o'clock or at 8 o'clock. Because of television, there was a compromise. And we're beginning at 4:30 Eastern, but they're still calling it a night game.
You know what? And it'll be a night game soon enough, and we appreciate them accommodating us. And just such a unique thing, Randy, that 2 of the best teams in the league really every year kick off the Ivy League season. Now, I know Cornell and Yale played earlier today, but this is a night game between 2 of the elite teams in the league, and it really sets the tone for either one of these teams, whoever wins tonight, as really the leader and the favorite in the league.
The first night game ever played here at Brown Stadium, when it was actually dark, took place in 2010, and it was Brown defeating Harvard. And incidentally, the first night game at Harvard Stadium, Harvard beat Brown. So these 2 schools have quite a history in these twilight/night games. There is Mark Kachmer, the running back, the leading ground gainer on the Brown Bears team, who is sidelined with a knee and a shin problem. He will not be in action this afternoon. You heard Carolyn Mano talking to Estes about that.
Yeah, that's a big loss. He's been one of their best offensive weapons for years now. Had a 95-yard touchdown run last year against Yale. He really brings the speed element to the backfield. Theodosi, a little bit more of a banger.
David Mothander will kick off here for Harvard. And what we see here when Harvard plays Brown, 2 of the best kick returners in the Ivy League and in the whole FCS. And this one will go out of the end zone. So Harvard will now take over at the 25-yard line for its first possession. Harvard known for having a fast-paced offense, whereas Brown noted for an offense that they like to establish the run. Ross, that's one of their early priorities always here at Brown.
I think that Phil Estes does as good a job as anyone in the league as really playing to his skill level. Some years they'll go 5 wide and chuck it all around. This year, because they like their physical offensive line, they will try to establish that run. Easier said than done sometimes, though, against Harvard.
And there you saw Patrick Donnelly getting his 2nd career start. Spiro Theodosi is going to get a lot of action, and there is Theo through the center of the line for a short gain. The coaches call Spiro a pile pusher, and Ross, here is the rest of this Brown offense.
Well, and you mentioned Spiro. You see the offensive line here. The guy to watch is the left tackle, Jack Templeton. He is a big boy, and his offensive line coach, Frank Sheehan, thinks that he's a pro prospect. In the backfield, you said it about Spiro Theodosi. After the 2 ACLs, all he did was lift weights. He got up to 240 pounds. His running backs coach said, you got to lose some weight, man. We need you to be able to run.
Brown in an I formation with tight end Andrew Marks up tight. They're going to throw out of it, and that pass is complete. To the sideline, Jonah Fay for a big gain all the
Andy, that was just a dropped coverage. Take a look at the bootleg here by Donnelly. And they just totally lost eyes for Jonah Fay. Jonah Fay snuck behind Reynaldo Curtin, and really a better thrown ball, and he probably would have scored because Jonah Fay is the speedster on the Brown offense.
A 48-yard gain all the way to the 27-yard line of Harvard, and Brown has struck early. Again, Theodosi across the 25-yard line for a pickup of about 4 yards. The Harvard defense, Ross, had 7 sacks last week against San Diego.
Well, the numbers were just ridiculous, and it starts with the defensive line. Nnamdi Obukwelo, talked with him on the field before the game. He's up to 295 pounds. He looks the part. At the linebacker level, all of these guys have been playing for years because they rotate them so much. And in the secondary, keep your eyes on Norman Hayes. The young sophomore looks like a superstar.
On 2nd and 6, Theodosi gets a seam and has first down yardage at about the 16-yard line. So Harvard getting an early and strong dose of Theodosi coming back off of those 2
great
ACL surgeries.
Yeah, great sign early on as you see the pitch toss, getting right tackle Cole Hooper out in front of him. But great sign early on for Brown. Their offensive line has been blocking extremely well here in the early going. There's a lot of seams for Theodosi to find.
A nice block there from tight end Andrew Marks, lined up in the fullback position on that I formation. A single back set here with Theodosi behind Donnelly on first down. Donnelly will throw. He has Andrew Marks inside the 10-yard line, close to another first down.
Those intermediate routes always work well when you're having success running the football because the linebackers have to step up on the play action. Then they're late getting out to their zones. He makes one guy miss and then finishes the run.
A pickup of 9 on that completion from Donnelly to Marks. 2nd 1, and now Jackson Freeman is in the game as the blocking fullback in front of Theodosi. Theodosi will take it down close to the goal line. Just shy. Just shy, but it'll be first and goal for Brown. Freeman with a big block there for Theodosi.
Boy, if you like old school football, you got to love this. Watch the ISO on the linebacker, the fullback, and then Theodosi just plowing through. Looks like he got close to a touchdown. We'll take one more look at it. Keep your eye on the football when his knees go down. Very close. Brown's going, hurrying up right on the football.
And of course, no instant replay in the Ivy League. To take another look at that, Theodosi will get a chance to cross, tripped up before he gets to the line of scrimmage, and is short. Zach Hodges, number 99, is the one that got underneath there.
Zach Hodges is a rare athlete in the Ivy League. He's only a sophomore, and he came off the edge, knifed in really, and was able to chop down Theodosi before he really could get the power behind him.
2 sacks last week for Zach Hodges, and already a big tackle here. 2nd and goal. Once again, it'll be Theodosi this time off of right tackle for the touchdown. 75 yards for Brown on its opening possession. Take a quick lead.
I love the message that Phil Estes sent his football team. We are running the football and we are powering it. He knows that's their best chance to win today.
Alexander Narosha with the point after. Brown has beaten Harvard the last 2 times. Again, they've had him here at Brown Stadium, and Spiro Theodosi puts the Bears up early on the Crimson.
Start with nothing. Build a groundbreaking car. Good. Now build a time machine. Go here. Find someone who can build a futuristic dashboard display. Bring Future Guy back. Watch him build a TFT display like nothing you've ever seen. Get him to explain exactly what that is.
The thin film transistor display.
Maybe not. Just show it. Customize the dash. Give it park assist. That fuel efficiency flower thing. Send future guy home. His work here is done. Destroy time machine. Win some awards. Send in Brady. That's how you do it. Easy.
Mid-grade dark roast forest fresh, full tank brain freeze cake donuts, rolling hot dogs, bag